The Thanksgiving holiday always makes food top of mind, but the hard truth is food insecurity remains a huge issue across Puget Sound. Amazon is committed to helping through community impact giving, and Amazon's Global Director of Community Impact, Alice Shobe, joins me now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Yes, and so I understand that over the past year, Amazon has actually donated millions of meals. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, first, can I just pause? It's Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
We're thinking a lot about food. And I'm personally thinking a lot about, we have almost 50 million people in the United States that don't have enough to eat, 1 in 5 children. And so that problem exists here in Puget Sound too.
Definitely.
So that makes it especially meaningful for us to have donated 8 million meals in Puget Sound to families that really, really need them.
So incredible that you guys are doing that. And you don't just donate food, you also deliver to families in need. How does that work exactly?
Yeah, we stepped back and asked ourselves, what else could Amazon do to address this problem? And we thought about what we do best. And so we thought about delivery. And so the very people that deliver your packages to your front porch, we work with United Way and many of the local food banks from West Seattle, the U District, Auburn, Kent. And our drivers show up and pick up a box of food, and that box may have canned protein or pasta or produce in it, and they take it right to the home of people that need it. So that feels just like a really great way to use something that Amazon does so well. And one of the best parts is that we've started talking to the people that are receiving the food, and what we've learned is we're really reaching people that otherwise are not getting the food that they need. So they live too far away, they're working during food bank hours, and so we're getting to them. And what they've shared with us is that they're saving about $100 a month in transportation. So we're helping them with food they need, and we're providing, savings to their monthly expenses, which then translates into other things they can do for their families.
That's such a unique approach and so amazing to, like you said, use what Amazon does so incredibly well and help the community. And food insecurity is also tied to another big problem, affordable housing shortages. How is that related, and how is Amazon addressing this?
Yeah, well, I would say we feel really passionate about keeping this community affordable. So I think of childcare workers or first responders. And so again, Amazon said, how could we uniquely contribute to this problem? And we decided that low-cost loans and grants to nonprofits or for-profits that are developing affordable housing, really targeted at families that are working but aren't able to afford the rents in our region. And so we've been at that for several years. We've allocated over $780 million. That translates into about 19,000 people that are housed with our help.
Wow.
And we're still going. We have more to do. Do you want to hear about one of my favorite projects?
Yes, I think we're seeing that too in Beacon Hill, right?
Great.
Those are some of the images we're seeing.
So just on the north end of Beacon Hill, an organization called SCIPTA just opened 160 new apartment units.
Incredible.
Yeah, and they're big. Many of them have 3 and 4 bedrooms because affordable housing is particularly difficult for families that are larger. And then what's so great about that project is also on the main floor, they have elder care and child care. So it's right in that big, beautiful Pacific Tower property right on the north end of Beacon Hill. And I've actually had a personal connection to that for over a decade, and it just makes me so happy to see it open and really serving the community. And Amazon was really grateful to be able to provide a contribution.
Wow, I can feel your passion. I love it so much. Yeah. That's so amazing. And Amazon also just released its annual community impact report. I understand disaster relief was kind of top of mind. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, again, Amazon has some superpowers, and delivering products quickly turns out to be really helpful during natural disasters. So if you think the first 72 hours are really critical, so we go in with our logistics and our technology. So you think about the recent hurricanes, baby diapers, formula, flashlights, things that are really needed to help in that critical period get back on your feet. And that helps with recovery, and communities recover more quickly. when we do that. So that we reflected on that in our community report. And then the other thing I love about the community report is it gives us a chance to really look back and say, like, who did we work with? What are the great partnerships we had? And we had over 150 organizations that we've worked with in the last year on food, on education, on housing. And then we have a lot of employee volunteers that work with organizations throughout Puget Sound.
That's and speaking of volunteers, you have the Winter Wonderland happening right now in South Lake Union.
Yeah, so on December 7th, what we do is we take our corporate meeting facility and we turn it into a really joyful shopping experience, and we invite families that couldn't otherwise afford presents. And they come in with their kids, and our employee volunteers create just an amazing experience. And I'll tell you, as a parent, when I look at the other parents' faces, and you can just see relief. They just feel so relieved that they're able to provide some holiday presents for their kids. And then the kids are running around thinking about, what would be special for them. And our volunteers love it. It's really, it's a great experience.
Magical.
And turning a corporate space into like a winter wonderland is just an awesome experience. So.
Win-win for everybody. I visited and it's incredible.
Great.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And for more information on Amazon's work in our community, just head to our website, king5.com/newday.
Portions of New Day Northwest are sponsored by Amazon.